Anna, everyone's talking about 2020. It's almost become one of these buzzwords. But in terms of technology and FTTH, what about beyond 2020?
Well, you're asking a very right question. We are currently thinking that if the investment horizon is between 10, 15, 20 years, we really need to look at the needs for connectivity, speed and quality beyond 2020. At this conference, many people heard the commissioner saying that his vision for the future is the gigabit society, in which high-speed, symmetrical access to internet and low latency are going to be very important. So at the moment, we know what companies would like to build. What we do not have a very good vision for is what people will need. There's obviously a limitation of predicting the future. Predicting the future is very difficult. But one good answer is that we will need more. We will need more speed. We will need better quality. How do we build it into a good, robust vision that people will federate around in order to build networks?
Yes, I mean, how do we actually get there between now and then?
You may have heard that there are three elements at the European level which we can put together to support that movement and that dynamics. There's policy, a certain vision, tracing direction, making sure that people from the public sector, from the private sector, are walking in the same direction. There is a regulatory framework, which is currently coming for a review. And there's financing. There's a lot of financing at the moment with the Juncker plan currently operational. We are also reviewing the regulatory framework for the digital sector in the DSM, but also in the telecom sector as such, which will touch specifically the future investment in broadband. And investment is actually a key word in our reflection how to define the regulatory framework. It is extremely important that nothing in this framework is a barrier to investment or a disincentive to investment, whether it is for big companies, for alternative operators, or for community-based local projects. We want all of these people to really start digging and invest so that we can have networks fit for the 21st century.
Now, talking about networks, we are now getting a bit of an infrastructure, at least in FTTH. How will that platform integrate with all these new sexy things we keep hearing about, Internet of Things, cloudification, 5G? How will that all mesh in, do you think?
Digital single market is going to be based on a great increase of communication between people, between machines, between objects. Therefore, connectivity will be a key question to that new market, to that new understanding of the market. So it is a condition, it is a necessary condition, although may not necessarily sufficient condition to digital single market being a success. If you take 5G, all engineers say that 5G is not going to happen unless there's fiber in the ground very close to any device you might be using on the go. So we are not talking kilometers, we're talking 100, perhaps 200 meters to where the actual cable needs to be. Now these cables are going to be perhaps not entirely fiber, but definitely predominantly fiber. So fiber is a word we're going to hear a lot in the context of these new initiatives, cloudification, 5G, or Internet of Things.
Whatever happens, it's going to be very exciting.
Indeed.
Thank you for sharing that with us today.
Thank you.